and beyond. Any drill that you're doing, any sprints that you're doing, go.
It's been a great season for the boys basketball team at Henry E. Lackey High School. After seasons of so-so results, the Chargers went 16-6 this year. Success was the result of dedication, energy, and time, and is personified by one of their seniors, Rasheed Cooley.
He comes in every day, and you don't got to ask him to work. He just wants to be great on his own, and having somebody like that's just contagious because it makes everybody else around him come up a different level.
Hard work is pushing yourself to your limit and beyond. Any drill that you're doing, any sprints that you're doing, go harder than you think you can go. That's gonna improve yourself. That's how you get better every day.
Like a good stock portfolio, Rasheed's game is highly diversified. Mr. Cooley scores in double figures along with averaging 4 steals, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists per game. Head coach Sean Fox loves number 14's unselfishness, but it does have its drawbacks.
We talk sometimes where he's almost too passive. When he passes up shots, sometimes they're wide open. We're trying to tell him, hey man, I know that you passed it up, but you passed up probably our best shot to get somebody else involved.
It doesn't matter whether I'm scoring or somebody else is scoring. You know, if we're having a great game, then that's all that matters to me. If we win, then that's all that matters to me.
Don't get the wrong idea. This guy knows how to put the ball in the hole. How else do you score 1,000 points in high school? That milestone was achieved during Rasheed's last regular season home game against Great Mills.
It's more than just a number because it signifies blood, sweat, tears, energy, time, money, a lot of effort, passing up on other things that I could have been doing. Sense of pride.
Mr. Cooley has impressive numbers in the classroom. Since walking into Lackey as a freshman, his name is routinely listed on the school's honor roll. Rasheed's academic prowess comes from a simple belief.
Student is before athlete for a reason. Grades are very important. Without grades, you can't go to college, you can't get into the schools that you want to get to, and overall you can't really succeed in life. I like history. I like learning where it came from. I like learning the mistakes that people have made in the past and how they learn from it.
Rasheed knows all about that fact firsthand. In previous seasons, Mr. Cooley's competitiveness could, at times, get the better of him during games. That wasn't the case this year.
We'd have conversations about his mindset. We'd also watch film. We watched and showed him, hey, here's where I think you kind of maybe checked out mentally or you got a little too emotionally invested. This year what's been great is he hasn't found himself getting in trouble foul-wise because he'll be able to control that emotion. But he's grown a lot since last year with that. And that's something he worked on all off-season in the summer.
Some schools are looking at Rasheed to play college basketball before embarking on his next step. Number 14 and his teammates head into the playoffs with high hopes. They would love nothing better than to bring home Lackey's first state title since 1955. Call it the cherry or icing on top of a great season.
My team had a great season. When you have been to a program that maybe wasn't so great when you first got there, and you have built it with the people around you, with the coaches around you and the players around you to be something great and be something special. It's just fulfilling. It's really fulfilling.
Welcome to the Charles County Public Schools Convocation Center and Commencement ceremonies for the class of 2019. My name is Jason Stoddard. I'm the Director of School Safety and Security for the Charles County Public Schools. If there's an emergency or unusual situation where we need your assistance, a school official will provide you instructions from the podium. Please take a few minutes to locate the nearest exit to your seat and discuss with your family where you would like to reconnect if you happen to get separated for any reason. Your nearest exit is likely not the one you used to join us today. The exit closest to you may be behind, below, or on either side of you. If there becomes a need to stop the ceremony and we ask you to depart, please exit through the closest door quickly and in an orderly fashion. Do not wait to find your family members inside the building. Once outside, move away from the building and reconnect with your family at the predetermined location. School and law enforcement officials will be available to help those who need assistance and to provide additional direction. We ask you join us in keeping a watchful eye on those around you. Please notify school officials or members of the Charles County Sheriff's Office if you see anyone who appears to be in distress or acting strangely. Thank you for joining us today, and congratulations to you and your graduate.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the commencement ceremony for the Henry High School class of 2019. The ceremony will begin in just a few minutes, but first I'd like to make a few brief announcements. In holding with tradition, our graduating seniors, staff, and special guests are wearing caps and gowns. These serve two purposes. One is to provide a uniform appearance. The other is to denote a person's academic rank. A gold tassel signifies seniors graduating summa cum laude, 4.0 GPA. A silver tassel signifies seniors graduating magna cum laude, 3.75 to 3.99 GPA. A light blue tassel signifies seniors graduating cum laude, 3.50 to 3.75 GPA. Bronze medallions signify the valedictorians and the salutatorian. Scholar medallions signify those students who achieved this honor. The members of the National Honor Society are identified by stoles. The males wear white stoles and the females wear blue stoles. A gold stole with cum merito will be worn by seniors earning a Charles County Certificate of Merit. Participation and completion of specialized programs and honor societies are designated with different colored cords. Graduates are wearing pins to denote the accomplishments in extracurricular, athletics, and other academic achievements they have received through their 4 years of high school. Marching staff members and guests with hoods denote those with bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degrees. Marching staff members and guests will begin our procession. The junior marshals, Annie Landgraf, daughter of Karen Landgraf, and Dominic Hawkins, son of Sherwin Hawkins, will lead in the class of 2019. This exercise is a formal and dignified ceremony. We ask your cooperation and support in maintaining this decorum. Please do not applaud or yell while diplomas are being conferred. This allows all families and friends the opportunity to hear as each graduate is called. Cheering for one individual diminishes the recognition of other graduates. We take great pride in providing our graduates with a dignified and respectful commencement ceremony. To have anything less would be unacceptable. We ask that you not stand up or come onto the arena floor when seniors are presented their diplomas. A professional photographer will be taking pictures of each senior receiving their diploma. Please remain seated during the presentation of diplomas so that everyone may observe the ceremony. No one should come to the convocation floor at any time during the ceremony. We look forward to you celebrating with excitement at the end of the ceremony. We will have the class proceed in from the back left end of the convocation floor, then recess to the back right end of the convocation floor. Please focus your attention toward the back end of the floor in order to give our graduates the admirations they have earned. In the event that any of you stop paying attention to me while I spoke for about 2 minutes there, the only thing I'm asking is that we are respectful of all these kids, because every single one of you has somebody's name that you want to hear called. And we want to make sure that that young lady or that young man, we give him that or her that respect, and so their families earn that respect as well. But my favorite part of this speech is always, they're right behind that door right now. So let's get as loud as we can be and let them know how much we love them and how proud of them we are. At this time, please stand for the processional.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the commencement and conferring of diplomas for Henry E. Lackey High School's class of 2019. We will begin our ceremonies with the presentation of the colors by the Henry E. Lackey High School Air Force Junior ROTC. Reciting the Pledge of Allegiance is Cadet Lieutenant Colonel and Group Commander Brandon Taylor, and the singing of the National Anthem by Brianna Springs.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light would so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets strike light, the balls bursting in air, guiding through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the lands of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Jamie Bowie, and I am the 12th grade vice principal at Henry E. Lackey High School. On behalf of the students, faculty, staff, and administration, I want to welcome you to our graduation ceremony. We are here this afternoon to celebrate the accomplishments and dedication of this class of graduates. May each of you, the graduates, accept the challenges before you with determination, perseverance, and with dignity. At this time, Jordan Sensel, Class Vice President, and LaShawna Barber, National Honor Society Events Coordinator, will recognize our distinguished guest.
We are honored to present to you our distinguished guest. Please stand when we call your name. From the Charles County Board of Education, Board Chairman, Ms. Virginia McGraw. Board Vice Chairman, Ms. Latina Wilson. Board Member, Ms. Jennifer Abel. Board Member, Ms. Tajala Battle Lockhart. Board Member, Ms. Elizabeth Brown. Board Member, Mr. Michael Lucas. Superintendent of Charles County Public Schools, Dr. Kimberly Hill. From the State Senator's Office, the Honorable Arthur Ellis. From the House of Delegates, the Honorable Deborah Davis. The Honorable C.T. Wilson. From the Charles County Commissioner's Office, President Mr. Reuben Collins. Vice President Bobby Rucci, the Honorable Gilbert B.J. Bowling, the Honorable Thomasina Coates, the Honorable Amanda Stewart.
From the Charles County Circuit Court, Judge Patrick Devine. From the Charles County Sheriff's Office, Sheriff Troy Berry. Clerk of Charles County Circuit Court, Ms. Sharon Hancock. Register of Wills, Ms. Lorraine Hennessy. From the Town of Indian Head, Mayor Brandon Paulin. From Charles County Public School Administration Office, Deputy Superintendent Ms. Amy Holstein. Assistant Superintendent of Support and Services, Mr. Michael Heim. Assistant Superintendent of Fiscal Services, Mr. Randy Sotomayor. Thank you for joining us today.
At this time, Lackey Senior Class President Persia Addison will share greetings from the class of 2019. Persia is the daughter of LaShawn Johnson. Persia has achieved a cumulative grade point average of 4.24. She is a member of the National Honor Society, Symphonic Band, and a 4-year varsity athlete, co-team captain, on the golf team. Persia will attend Florida Atlantic University in the fall. It is my privilege to introduce Persia Addison.
Good afternoon. It is with great honor to be standing before you on behalf of the graduating class of 2019 to welcome our beloved ones, friends, faculty, distinguished guests, and most importantly, graduates to this ceremony. Before I begin, I would just like to show my appreciation for my class because I'm just so proud of every last one of you. And also, I'm truly grateful that you all blessed me with this opportunity to serve as your Miss President or President Persia this year. So thank you. It is such a pleasure to share the intensity of emotions overflowing in this building. All I see in front of me are educated, driven, ambitious, and inspirational individuals who are united in closing this chapter of their lives. Surrounding us are the ones physically and spiritually here who have supported every step of the way to make this moment even possible. I love you, Mom. Some of you I have known since the 2nd grade, and others since middle school. But in these last 4 years, I have grown and prospered with all of you. We have experienced over a decade of learning from many wise educators, mentors, and coaches. We faced many obstacles, but we persevered because look at where we are now, about to walk across this stage and live the moment we all earned. The ride was not easy and nor was it perfect, but it was definitely worth it. It's unbelievable that in this school year, we decorated the senior hallway together, participated in and supported our sporting events, theater and musical performances. We shared many classroom laughs, partied, represented the best class in Battle of the Classes. Some of us were even crazy enough to go to a snow tubing resort. All of these memories we are no longer able to repeat with our classmates, which makes saying goodbye so much more harder. These final moments together are bittersweet, but we owe each other the love and respect for what we have accomplished as a Lackey family. Cherish the relationships you built and lessons you learned, and take them with you and carry them with you forever. After today, all of us will embark on the next stage of life with confidence or anxiousness, but that's okay. You are leaving here a charger, which means you are prepared to take on any challenge that comes your way. Whatever you decide in the next step in your future, take on the journey with faith. I leave with you a message from the highly respected Michelle Obama, who once said, "Don't be afraid, be focused, be determined, be hopeful, be empowered." Congratulations, class of 2019.
Thank you, Persia. Our salutatorian this year is Ashley Herbert. Ashley is the daughter of Diana and Joseph Herbert. Ashley has achieved a grade point average of 4.577. She is a member of the National Honor Society, a four-year varsity athlete participating in soccer, basketball, swimming, and lacrosse. Ashley will attend George Mason University in the fall. At this time, it is my privilege to introduce Ashley Herbert.
The Lorax once said, unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. I am the Salutatorian, and I speak for the class. We will make an impact and make sure our impact will last. We already had the opportunity to make our impact on Lackey, adding 5 track state champion titles, becoming regional champions in numerous sports over the past 4 years, and beating our rivals who have never feared the West Side. If you want to talk about leaving a legacy, just talk to any of our graduates today. It is crazy to think that just 4 years ago, we were all suffering through freshman academy together every Tuesday. I remember my main fear as a freshman was being judged by my appearance or maybe even my social status. The movies we would see always made high school seem so materialistic and intimidating, when in reality, nothing of that sort matters during high school. All my classmates were not focused on what they viewed from the outside, but rather the person that they knew on the inside. Being able to make connections with so many people during high school is something that most of us Chargers will cherish forever. I think during my high school career, I can literally say that I have no regrets. How could I possibly regret the 4 years that I learned and grew from, forming a better version of myself each step of the way? These are the times that we can look back and make ourselves aware that we decide how our life goes. We have the decision to take advantage of each situation we are placed in, and I encourage each and every one of you to never hold back. Never be content with the life that surrounds you, for you're the director of change and growth. I would like to finish by giving a huge thank you to my parents for their endless love and support, as well as my family and friends who have never left my side. I would also like to express my gratitude for Mr. Mass, the person who not only served as my mentor that guided me academically and athletically, but also through life in teaching me to never be afraid to be myself and take pride in the person that I truly am. A special shout out also goes to the Lackey admin, staff, and coaches who made this outstanding journey full of spirit and success. Congrats to each individual of the 2019 graduating class of Lackey High School, and never stop being you.
Thank you, Ashley. At this time, the Henry E. Lackey All-Senior Ensemble, under the direction of Miss Natalie Beal, will perform The Climb.
I can almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head saying, you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no direction.
Thank you, Ms. Beal. We have two valedictorians this year. They are Garrett Batchelor and Samuel Gazone. Valedictorian Garrett Batchelor is the son of Pamela and Christopher Batchelor. Garrett has achieved a grade point average of 4.625. He is a member of the National Honor Society, MESA, and a four-year varsity athlete participating in cross country, swimming, and lacrosse. Garrett will attend Virginia Tech in the fall. At this time, it is my privilege to introduce Garrett Batchelor.
I see now that the circumstances of one's birth are irrelevant. It is what you do with the gift of life that determines who you are. Takashi Shudo. This is a quote I heard early in my childhood and rediscovered more recently in my life. As we reflect on our past experiences through high school and beyond, into our earliest memories, I implore you to recall a time where you were disappointed in an outcome, somewhere where you did not reach a goal you believed you could have. These are not failures, but instead opportunities. As we entered high school, we started with potential, and as each of us enter our next chapter, we again enter with potential. I ask you to take a moment and reflect on the times where you were disappointed. And as we move forward, remember to do so with a plan, because as we exit these doors after commencement, the next 30-ish years are wet clay in our hands. Start shaping it now. Live a life worth living, so when we look back at this chapter in its closing, there are no missed opportunities we could have controlled. As we close this chapter and open the next, I would like to introduce you to another of my personal favorite quotes. Carroll Shelby, an American race car driver, said, "I'm not going to take this defeatist attitude and listen to all this crap anymore from all these people who have nothing except doomsday to predict." Carroll Shelby had a major heart condition with the threat of death, yet he drove races with nitroglycerin pills under his tongue to prevent a heart attack. Life will be full of obstacles. Whether yours is a mountain or a molehill, don't lose sight of your goals. Pursue them relentlessly, and good luck. Thank you to Ms. Perello, Ms. Bowie, Mr. Russell, Mr. Mass, and countless others for our senior year, and thank you for coming to celebrate with us today.
Thank you, Garrett. Valedictorian Samuel Gazone is the son of Amy and Darren Gazone. Samuel has achieved a grade point average of 4.625. He is a member of the National Honor Society, MESA, and a four-year varsity athlete, participating in soccer, cross country, and tennis. Samuel will attend the University of Maryland College Park in the fall. At this time, it is my privilege to introduce Samuel Gazone.
Have you ever heard someone say, high school, those were the good old days? Andy Bernard from the TV show The Office has a quote that sums up our entire high school experience. He said, "I wish there was a way to know you're in the good old days before you've actually left them." When you're in high school, it's hard to see we're in the good old days. Those crazy projects, long homework assignments, AP tests, and the ridiculous relationship drama, they all distract us from seeing the good parts. We don't realize how many special moments come from our time at Lackey. When that big test is tomorrow, it's hard to remember how awesome it is when you ace that final, win your sports game, or slide into your crush's DMs. Now that we're on the verge of graduating, it is easier to see our high school days were some of the good old days. That leads to the question, how do we know when we're in the good old days? How do we know what the good days are before we leave them? These questions are conveniently answered by my awe-inspiring advice. I totally didn't steal it from my parents. They've always said it isn't about the destination. You need to enjoy the journey. If we learn to enjoy the journey, we will know we're in the good old days. Look for the good things. With high school behind us, we have merged from the dirt road and onto the highway. We're in the fast lane to becoming adults. My advice is to slow down and take some detours. Look at the scenery and enjoy the journey. Okay, wipe those tears, folks. We're moving on from the emotional advice. I'd like to thank my fellow graduates, my family, and my teachers. Now, before I go, I'm offering one more good old day. My band, the Flippin' Eyelids, are playing at Gilligan's Pier next Sunday, June 9th, from 3 to 7 p.m. We're calling it the unofficial Lackey graduation party. Make sure y'all come out, and together we can add to our collection of good old days. With that shameless band promotion, thank you, and enjoy your journey.
Thank you, Samuel. At this time, our symphonic band, under the direction of Dr. Alan Freeman, will perform Gypsy Dance. Dr. Freeman. Now it is my pleasure to introduce our principal, Mrs. Kathy Perillo, for her farewell remarks to the class of 2019.
Good afternoon. This is a tough one for me, you all. At this point, each of you should have a plan to work, a plan to join the military, or a plan to attend college. Whatever you choose, please do not let your success be defined by money, wealth, or popularity. In fact, the top 10 things in life money cannot buy: love, morals, respect, manners, common sense, class, trust, patience, integrity, and character. American author, political activist, and lecturer Helen Keller was the first deaf and blind person to earn a Bachelor of Arts degree. She shared, character cannot be developed in ease and quiet. Only through experience of trial and suffering can the soul be strengthened, ambition inspired, and success achieved. There will be times in your life in which you will have a difference of opinion with individuals or groups. You will not always agree with everyone or everything. But as you navigate through life, remember those around you, including me, have made decisions based on experience, wisdom, and what we believe to be in your best interest. Whether I met you this year, last year, 4 years, or even 7 years ago, please know I walked into Henry E. Lackey High School every day as a principal and a mother. I prayed for your safety first, that nothing violent would ever come to you or our school. It is not easy being an adult. You have to make tough decisions, ones that are often not the most popular. Now, as you graduate and are an adult, you will be the owner of your decisions, good, bad, or indifferent. However, keep your parents and your loved ones in the forefront of your choices, because your birthday and celebration is their celebration as well. Your happiness is their joy. Your future is their legacy. Your hurt is their sorrow. So please, the next time they say, be safe, let me know when you get there. Text me. Don't forget to call me. I need to hear your voice. Don't brush it off, because to them, you are their everything. So for the past year, 2, 4, or 7, you have been the center of my everything, your successes and your challenges. Michelle Obama said, "Success is not about how much money you make. It is about the difference you make in people's lives." Thank you for making a difference in mine. My best to each and every one of you.
Thank you, Mrs. Perillo. On behalf of the Lackey community, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Hill and her executive staff for their vision and leadership in creating outstanding educational opportunities for all of our students. It is my distinct pleasure to present to you the Superintendent of Charles County Public Schools, Dr. Kimberly Hill.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the members of the Board of Education and all of us who work in Charles County Public Schools, congratulations, class of 2019. We are delighted to be a part of your graduation ceremony. Class of 2019, you've probably been told that the diploma you're about to receive is an important starting point for the trajectory of the rest of your life, that it will set you up for success. But how do you measure success? A Stanford psychologist wrote a book about success and happiness, and in her book she pointed out hundreds of neuroscientific and psychological studies that concluded the key to success isn't money or power or stuff. It's happiness. Her research shows that when you're happy, you'll find the success you're looking for. Happiness increases your emotional intelligence as well as your social intelligence. It boosts your productivity and it heightens your influence over your peers and your colleagues. So to be successful, we need to be happy. And guess what? Your happiness is something that you can control. It's all about your mindset or your attitude. Class of 2019, your attitude can make you or break you. It is the foundation for every success or failure you've ever had. Your attitude impacts the way you feel about people and situations, and it can also determine how people feel about you. Your attitude is contagious. Your joy and enthusiasm rubs off on the people around you, but so does a bad or negative attitude. Class of 2019, realize how your attitude affects those around you and take responsibility for the energy you're putting out there. Choose to surround yourself with people who will lift you up and not tear you down. Be that person who chooses to show up with enthusiasm and energy for whatever situation you face. A good attitude and a strong work ethic will take you far in life. As Vince Lombardi said, the dictionary is the only place that success comes before work. Work is the key to success, and hard work can help you accomplish anything. Don't just go through the motions, class of 2019. Show up and engage in whatever is in front of you. Your self-worth is not measured in likes, follows, or retweets. It is not about your most recent Instagram or Snapchat post. Your self-worth is measured in the relationships you've built and the impact you've had on the people around you. Class of 2019, in this immediate and unimpeachable see-through world, take the time to slow down. Think about the dignity of individual privacy, the importance of human interaction, and the stateliness of a thoughtful conversation where two people actually sit down together to exchange their ideas and their feelings. It is time for you to go forth and practice what you have learned. As you do so, we hope you'll take to heart the words of Dr. Maya Angelou when she said, "I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." Class of 2019, the world needs you right now. Do your best to make the world a better place. Mrs. Perello, please present your class.
Dr. Hill, I certify that each of these 242 students have met the requirements for a Maryland high school diploma or certificate as established by the Maryland State Board of Education and the Charles County Board of Education. Additionally, I am honored to certify that 99 graduates have met the requirements for the Charles County Certificate of Merit. Again, this is a milestone occasion for our graduates as well as their parents and friends. I would like to reiterate the importance of respecting the silent roll call. Each person is here for the same reason. Please give each graduate the respect and admiration he or she deserves. Please hold your applause and jubilation until the roll call is complete, the graduates stand, and the tassels are turned.
The roll call of candidates will be conducted by Henry E. Lackey faculty members, Heather Alvarez, and Kevin Gibson. Conferring diplomas, our Board of Education Vice Chairman, Ms. Latina Wilson, and Board Member, Ms. Tajala Battle Lockhart.
Garrett Alvin Batchelor. Samuel Bryant Gazone.
Ashley Teresa Herbert. Imani Janae Nicole Ford. Morgan Anita Bajet. Lashana Lene Barber. Victoria Elizabeth Long.
Peter Anthony Stewart.
Jordan Elizabeth Sinsel. Rachel Abigail Ruffin.
Damian Blade Adams.
Persia Tomir Addison.
Cameron Jordan Adams.
Makai Samari Alves.
Calvin Fitzgerald Allen Jr.
Amber Lynette Estacio.
Jacob Marcus Andrew.
Dahani Chai Nadia Atkins.
Devin Aaron Atwell.
Gloria Stephanie Avila.
Jaden Isaiah Banks.
Nyla Lachey Ayers.
Jeremiah Javon Beeson.
Moet Janae Miracle Bailey.
Jeremy Jaquan Beeson.
Alexis Champagne Bathia.
Eric David Berard.
Kayla Marie Biaggi.
Dustin Gunnar Berry.
Jaleesa Sine Bingham.
Montez Maurice Berry.
Bria Burnell Bozeman.
Raymond Gore Bolton Jr.
Kaylin Elise Briscoe.
Paris Xavier Bonsignor.
Mahogany Sade Briscoe.
Grayson Tyler Bramall.
Ronnie Chance Brown.
Jonathan Gregory Bridget.
Shakayla Lakira Burns.
Trayvon Dorico Butler.
Ashley Nicole Buttram Barnhart.
Derek Jordan Campbell.
Marissa Dean Carson.
Marcus Carmi Campbell II.
Amy Chen.
Amar Irvin Carroll.
Jenna Lee Clark.
Damar Gerard Carroll.
Zaria Rain Coleman.
James William Carroll.
Lakeisha Ann Cooper.
Maurice Joseph Carson.
Lakita Renee Cooper.
Trevor James Clements.
Kalia Renee Courtner.
Desmond Juwan Coates.
Amy Charity Lynn Coulter.
Quincy Levon Kobe.
Destiny Nicole Renee Davis.
Rashad Isaiah Kobe.
Jade Alexis Davis.
Jake Russell Collins.
Bethany Renee Deering.
Rasheed Dante Cooley.
Kimberly Giselle Garay.
Troy Harrison Kraus.
Leanna Marie Gillis.
Datron Isaiah Dancy.
Chelsea Bernay Goldring.
Corey Timothy Davis.
Taylor Maureen Good.
Devon Hughes Desir.
Nevaeh Marie Greathouse.
Al Husseini Mohammed Diallo.
Caitlin Rose Gross.
Jeremy Alexander Diaz.
Jessica Renee Guttrick.
Jacob Hiroshi Dodahara.
Next, conferring diplomas are board members Miss Jennifer Abel and Miss Elizabeth Brown.
Alyssa Ann Harmon.
Dion Marcellus Dyson.
Jayla Linda Harrell.
Javon Purnell Estridge.
Kaylin Tanaya Hart.
Kyle William Faberty.
Paris Andrea Hawkins.
Nicholas Matthew Fields.
Gianna Gabriella Hightower.
Devonte Ashton Flemings.
Swan Anier Hill.
Trayvon Diago Freeland.
Sydney Joel Huff.
Brian Enrique Funes Alfaro.
Jordan Amari Isaacs.
Vaughn Don Juan Gallery Jr.
Maya Lauren Jefferson.
LaVar Kenya Gaskins Jr.
Amelia Patricia Jemison.
Thomas Clayton Gilroy.
Samira Dominique Jennings.
Elijah James Goldring.
Jayla Brejon Joseph.
Charles Kamara Gordon.
Chanel Louise Kelly.
Thomas Clayton Gordon.
Alexis Lynn Kalinsky.
Trey Michael Gotzelig.
Jewel Goldie Lester.
Paul Raymond Gray III.
Nakia Roche Lewis.
Charles Edward Gross Jr.
Zaria Naye Long.
Jamari DeAndre Higgins.
Deanna Simone Mack.
Khalil Isaiah Harden.
Dania Lene Markham. Mackenzie
Cameron Marquise Talib Harris.
Mackenzie Faith Martin.
Shamad Nico Hatton.
Sydney Rose Mathis.
Gregory Eugene Hawk.
Janiyah Tyshell McBride Hamilton.
Ryan Michael Henry.
Janiyah Nicole McLeod.
Makai Lorenzo Higgins.
Terry Mazay McMillan.
Xavier Troy Hill.
Madeline Antoinette McQuillan.
Alex Rodriguez Hines.
Holly Michelle Mellinson.
Terrence Gamble Humphrey.
Victoria Caitlin Michael.
Bryson Elijah Hunley.
Ashley Nicole Millage.
Donovan Harris Jennifer.
Anaya Monet Millings.
Aurelius DeAndre Johnson.
Alana Sierra Milstead.
Delante Demetrius Johnson, Jr.
Alexis Antoinette Myers.
Tyreek Perion Johnson.
Kayla Denise Nagel.
Trey McCoy Jolly.
Taylor Ann Nally.
DeMonte Donnell Jones.
Micah Antoinette Pearl.
Lynn Bill Jordan IV.
Erin Renee Pearson.
Donovan Darnell Joyner.
Aaliyah Moet Proctor.
Dakota Lee Katz.
Christian Anna Proctor.
Jeffrey McCoy Kennedy.
Allison Jane Marie Roberts.
Rayvon Dalen King.
Katera Monique Robinson.
Spencer Robert King.
Abigail Faith Rose.
Jackson Ryan Kyle.
Sarah Alyssa Sines.
James David Langley III.
Patricia Ann Smith.
Corey Jean Lee Jr.
Brianna Michelle Springs.
James Christopher Scott Lennox.
Madison Ray Stachora.
Anthony Audane Lindesey.
Brianna Alicia Summers.
Nicholas Liam Lertzema.
Next, conferring diplomas, our board member, Mr. Michael Lucas, and board chairman, Virginia McGraw.
Melanie Grace Watkins.
Kennard Marcelo Mack Jr.
Taylor Emel Williams.
Mackenzie Malvert Jr.
Amelia Clara Woodburn.
Jimmy Antonio Marquez.
Naomi Yamaguchi.
James Fred Massey.
Brittany Ann Young.
Alex Bradley Matthews. Robert Lewis McBain II. Jalen Nicholas McLeod. Justin Alexander McIntyre. Scott Jermaine McMillan II. Robert Edward Middleton Jr. David Wayne Miller. Hunter Richard Milstead. Sterling Jacob Moorhead. Clement Christopher Mahuka. Elijah Tyrone Oliver. Xavier Oliver. Yanni Asan Owens. Rodney Spencer Payton Jr. Rayvon Deontay Posey. Matthew Tyler Powers. Tejan Jaquale Putney. Alec Christopher Quinto. Ethan Quinto. Cooper Ian Raleigh. Brandon Christopher Ream. Zachary Lee Ringgold. D'Angelo Stephen Schatzman. Arthur Paul Shear, Jr. Jaquan Tyree Scott. Tyreek Devon Shade. Brandon James Smith. Jace Connor Smith. Vicente Angel Smith, Jr. Elijah Tyler Stanfield Robinson. Dwight Alphonsus Stapleton, Jr. DeMarco Lamont Stewart. Nicholas Keyshawn Stoddard. Clifton James Patrick Stukes. Kesman Alonzo Suggs. Stefan Jamal Sullivan. Zaire Xavion Swales. Brandon Montagnier Taylor. Alexander Robert Thompson. Hayden Michael Toder. Derek Nathaniel Turrentine, Jr. Joshua Sejan Vanal. Amarie DeMonte Walters. DeAnthony Montez Washington. Delano Rashad Washington. Doriki Marlowe Washington. Claude Thomas Willett III. Aaron Jeremy Williams. Jason Brian Wilmer. Marcus Daniel Wilson. Ian Austin Yazidi. Evan Josiah Young.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduating class of 2019.